Hello everybody, welcome to another FF video. I am your host, JSauce, and today we're going to be talking about the things that you need to do to prepare for the upcoming patch. The first thing you need to do is actually catching up with your MSQ. You're going to have element on the HUD here, whether it's going to be on your top right corner or top left corner, depending how you did it. It will give you the name of your next MSQ and where to get it. I suggest you guys finish all your main story quests before the new patch drops in, so you are up to date when it actually happens. Number 2 is catch up all of your job quests. In my case was the Paladin, so it was 10, 11 and beyond. Make sure that all of your job quests, which I mean by that all in my case, your Paladin quests are done. You start in Realm Reborn, go through Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and finally end up in Shadowbringers, which is a little different, and I will show you how. If you haven't already, go to the Crystarium and you just head south to the Quadrivium, and right on top of here you will have NPCs. They'll give you not job quests per se, but in this case it's more like a area of expertise quest. In this case is magical DPS for cleric, and you'll have the tank's mission here as well. Range physical DPS and melee physical DPS. Make sure to have all of that caught up before the patch drops. Number 3 is catch up to your beast drives of the current expansion. So if you haven't ranked up yet, and you can check that out by going to the reputation tab and changing to Shadowbringers, it will have 3 quests. Not 3 quests, 3 different tribes this time. You'll have the Pixies, which is here in Little Ram, the Qatari, just east of Fanau, and last but not least, the Dwarves at Watts Anvil. And the reason why you do it is, in case of the Dwarves and the Qatari, you have access to, once you geared up and you have the proper, in this case, hammered fragment exchange, you can get not only items, which is mounts or gestures, emotes in this case, as well as furniture. You also get craftsmen for free. You trade the tokens, but this is basically for free, which will be incredibly valuable. In the case of the Qatari, you'll have gathering materia, which you can also obtain by doing their daily quests. You have 3 a day, and for Shadowbringers, you can do all 3 of them every day. The Qatari and the Dwarfs are gathering and crafting respectively, and the Pixies will be a combat beast tribe. While we're on the subject of crafting and gathering, make sure that all your crafters and your gatherers are level 80 with the best gear before going into the patch. Okay, this is very important, because when the patch drops and you have crafters and gatherers, you'll be able to craft and gather the best equipment and the best mats for that equipment. I'll give you an example. There's going to be a drop of a new set of crafting and gathering gear, and more importantly, the drop of the new raid gear, which will be the entryway for the new tier of Savage. So it is important that you have all of your classes leveled up to level 80, crafters and gatherers. So if you're looking to make money out of the patch, this is how you do it. One of the ways. Number 5, make sure that all your 24 mans are done and caught up to. So this would be right here. So this would be Stormblood. And you go to this tab right here, and there you have it, the Copy Factory and the Puppets Bunker. Those are the 2 available raids right now. Make sure you have a green check mark on them. That means you completed them. Also, go back to Stormblood, start with the Realm Reborn, then go to Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, right there, and then up on the Shadowbringers. Make sure that all of your 24 men are unlocked and you have done them all. This will be important because when the next one drops, you'll be able to get in on it as soon as it's accessible. Next up is cap your tombstones, whether it's combat, crafting, or gathering. A way to check it is if you go here to Battle, Poetics, Phantasmagoria, and Allegory. Now, when the new patch drops, Allegory is gonna drop to where Phantasmagoria and a new set of tombstones come in for the gear. The reason why I say you need to do cap most of these is that the Allegory will have mats that you can buy, much like the Phantasmagoria. And on the early days of the patch, those mats are gonna worth a lot of money. For instance, 2,000 tomes of Allegory are probably going to be worth about 500,000 gil minimum, and you can make some serious bank with that, selling to crafters that are looking for the mats for the new gear. Also, this also goes for yellow crafter scripts and yellow and white gatherer scripts. Make sure to have all of that capped. If you have quest chains, side quests, beast tribe quests in your journal, now is the time to clean it all up. This side right here, and you can access your journal to go to duty, hit journal on the drop down menu, and this will give you your current quest lines. Here you will see what you still have to do. Make sure that this is cleared of side quests. In this case, I have a relic quest down here just to serve as an example. This needs to be cleaned by the time the patch drops. So make sure to clear all of your side quests, main quests, and everything that goes into this journal. Also, much like the 24-man raids, you need to clean your 8-man raids. Not only that, but let's go here. There you go. So now we talked about these two. Now you need to the normal raids, which are the 8-man. Clear these up, and this will unlock the Savage, which needs to be unlocked. Make sure to unlock the normal ones, do them, and then go unlock the Savage mode of those raids, so you have everything prepared for the next, in this case, the Eden storyline that will drop on the next patch. You will be prepared to jump onto the story as soon as it shows. And if you're a Savage Raider, you'll also be prepared to tackle the last tier of this expansion. Okay, this is one kind of weird, but it's mostly for crafters and completionists. But if you haven't done this already, I suggest you work. If you go to the travel tab here and hit share fates, you will have the 6 new areas where we have to complete 60 fates a pop. As you can see, I have not completed mine, but if you're looking for something to do before patch And just to be 100% ready for this, you should complete all of these shared fates, which means completing 60 fates in each area. This will unlock the gemstone traders that have mats, furniture, and all kinds of sundries for you to buy and put for sale. I can specifically remember the Ilmeg example, which you can buy a box with a butterfly in, and it's worth about 200,000, and that's a really good leg up on the new patch. I know that it's not current or it's going to be brand new, but at this point you need to be prepared. So if all of this is completely capped, you'll have the gemstone traders all unlocked, and if there is new mats dropping on the gemstone traders, you, my friend, will be prepared for this. So make sure to check your shared fate tab to see how much you need to complete this before patch. If you do Bojza, now is your time to complete all the objectives here. Whether there's going to be rank up to 15 or getting all the items, I think at the very least, you should complete Castrum in this instance. So you got to rank up to level 10, and then critical engagement will appear, which is the 24-man raid for the Bojza. This will allow you to unlock coins that you can trade for equipment. And if you want the entire outfit from Bojza, this is the way to get it. You only get these coins by doing the Castrum Latori. So at the very least, if you're looking for the glams, rank 10 Castrum Latori, you run it about 5 or 6 times, and you'll gather 98 coins, which are pretty much all you need to get the entire outfit. So make sure to finish your objectives in Bojza before the patch drops. If you haven't completed your relic weapon for the Shadowbringers, it is actually quite simple and fast. The first thing you need to do is talk to this guy in Gangos' Latin, and he will give you a new weapon. You will go through 3 stages. The first one is to get the 485 weapon. The second one is to gather 3 types of memories. Now this could be achieved by doing fates on the Evansward part, and you'll have 100% drop rate. If you get yourself a fate group that usually are hanging about on the party finder here, say Cortez Western Highlands, that's a relic grind fate group. It will take you about maybe an hour to grind all 3 areas for your memories. Once that's achieved, you come here, turn it in, and he gives you the final quest, which is get 6 bitter memories. Now if you don't do Bojza Frontline, once again, you can complete this by going to your duty finder, and on your dungeon tab, go to Evansward, and every dungeon that's level 60, starting at the Eterical Chemical all the way up to some all hard. If you complete any of these dungeons, you will get a bitter memory at the end. You need 6 of these to complete your relic weapon. Once relic weapon is complete, you will have item level 500 with 5 slots and shiny. And I can't stress this enough, this is super easy to get this tier. It will take you maybe a couple hours to get one weapon fully upgraded from 485 to 500 with all the glitter of your relic weapon. So make sure to do this, guys. Also, if you can get your hands on as much grade 8 materia as you could possibly can, now is the time. Gather it or grab it and store it. You do this for 2 reasons. Number 1, if you're looking to buy or craft the new gear set that's coming up on 5.4, you know crafted gear can be pentamelded, and you're gonna need extra materia to get all of your gear pentamelted, because a lot of it breaks. Also, you have a couple ways to get this materia. One, you get it through drops to level 80 dungeons, which is the slowest. Two, you become a hunter. And if you have any hunter link shells, you know what I'm talking about. Each rank A will drop a Stella cluster. Stella clusters, which look like this, cracked Stella clusters, if you got full credit, that is, you can exchange these by grade 8 materia. There's critical hit, direct hit, spell speed, and this costs you no gil. So basically, if you hoard it for yourself or you're hoarding it to sell, this is all profit, and this is all kind of free materia if you're a hunter and do have a hunter link shell. If you do not have a hunter link shell, you have another way, but for that we need to go to the Crystarium. So once you arrive at the Crystarium here, head to the main Aetheryte and hit the Temenos Rookery. Here you will find Clan Nutsy. After you join Clan Nutsy, you will have the nuts born. I'll probably stop giggling at this when I grow past 12, but that's not gonna happen today. Anyways, if you click this, these are dailies, and you have the Elite Clan mark, which is posted weekly. Every time you do this, you gain a currency called sack of nuts. Okay, once you gather enough sack of nuts, you come here to Xyle and you go to the nuts exchange, and lo and behold, materia grade 7 and 8 here for the taken. Now I know that this one is a slower method, but if you don't have a chance to hunt on the lake shell, or if you don't know people that do hunts, this is also a very viable way. And of course, last but not least would be buying it off the market board, buying low and selling high when the patch drops. So make sure to get yourselves some materia before the patch, guys. And last but not least, and perhaps the most obvious one but needed to be included in this video, is gil farming. You need to get as much gil as you want. There's a couple reasons for that. Whether you want to buy materia, to new gear, or anything else. When a patch is about to drop and you have a set date, having lots of gil is just good practice. You don't know what's going to happen. There can be a glam that you want. If you don't craft, you want the crafted gear. So if you're ready to get on in on that and buy materia to pentameld your gear, or you're a crafter and you're not a gatherer and you need money to buy the mats that drop, whether from the tomestones or the new gathering nodes. So make sure, and it is a good practice, if you don't do anything else but this, it is a good practice to save as much guild as you can for the patch drop. And that's it, my guys. This is all of the things in my list to prepare for the patch. I hope it helps, and until the next one, peace out.